what do y'all know about the love-hate relationships in life? Because right now, I'm just going through a lot of love-hate relationships. I don't know why, but between the game I'm about to talk about, between my YouTube channel, between having these fucking cats that have make me have cat hair just covered in cat hair right now. I'm about to change my shirt after this video. Don't worry. But anyway, um, yeah, I don't know. When it comes to the YouTube channel, I just want to ask y'all, like, what do you guys do when it comes to YouTube scheduling? Like, how you upload? Do you just upload when you feel like it? Do you have a schedule? Do you upload when there's just something you want to talk about? Do you have a schedule? I was so wanting to get a schedule, and I had one for a long time, but I feel like it doesn't really matter. You know, it kind of does. Like, consistent uploading matters, but not having a set, on this day, this day, this day schedule. Let me know, like, your thoughts on that. And I'm trying not to quit YouTube, but like, it's not that anything's disappointing. I'm burned out, and I think it's kind of disappointing that I'm burned out only a year into YouTube. Um, it's just I feel like I shouldn't be burned out yet, and I don't know. But I'm here. I'm trying to present videos a little bit differently by fuck the intro, fuck fuck shit. I'm just gonna talk about games like how I wanted to, or even movies or anything. Fuck being detailed, getting things right like actors and who's in it. I don't care about that stuff. This is such a like virgin channel to me. Like this is like for me my content is organic. I don't know. I don't know how else to describe it. It's like what you would see in basic 2011 YouTube maybe, and I'm still living in that day cuz fuck the world. But anyway, minute and a half into the video, this typical Chubbs reviews. I'm just now getting to the review of the game. We're talking about Marvel's Avengers. Yeah, that's my love-hate topic of gaming right now, because I've been kind of obsessed with this game for like a month since I've gotten it on PS Now. So I kind of got it for free. I mean, I pay for PS Now, which is kind of like PlayStation for Game Pass, but like fucking garbage version. But I still like it. I like it, but just no one talks about it for that way. And Marvel's Avengers was added to PS Now. Therefore, I don't. Therefore, I'm wearing a Green Lantern hat. But that's unrelated. I know Green Lantern isn't in Marvel, but that's why it's a joke. Um, anyway, what's happening? Oh, my cats are making noises. Anyway, Marvel's Avengers. Been playing it for like a month now. It is the game that came out, had so many hate videos on it. Still has hate videos on it to this day, or just videos talking about how it's being negatively. I don't know how the game's negative. I guess right now, and I mean it's not a perfect game. I definitely like it for all the wrong reasons. It's mindless. What Marvel's Avengers is like a 10-hour campaign that is decent actually, starring Miss Marvel. And it's gonna be hard for the Miss Marvel TV show to like top the Miss Marvel in the Avengers game actually. But then they have like all these knockoff, generic kind of like other versions of Tony Stark, Captain America, Bruce Banner, the Hulk, Black Widow, and then they also added Hawkeye and Kate Bishop as DLCs, and I played through both their like stories, and I played them quite a bit. And Iron Man's my main. I always wanted to play Anthem, a game that is known for being absolutely garbage, so I would never ever spend my money on it. But I got my Anthem fix out of Iron Man, because that's basically what Anthem is. It's just flying guys in suits. Anyway, moving on. Marvel's Avengers here, get that 10-hour campaign that is solid. It actually it's not worth the price of admission, but if you got the game for like $20 to $30 or just on a deep sale, the campaigns alone are probably worth at least that. They're not terrible, but like I said, the biggest complaint about this game probably is the repeated enemies. You're just fighting fucking robots. The boss fights, like there's three villains in the game, two villains in the game, I guess, and they're just lame. It's Abomination and Taskmaster. The final boss being basically a version of MODOK, which MODOK's actually pretty awesome, but he's not there enough in the main story, and neither are the other two villains. No, you're not interested that much in the villains, which sucks. You're really only interested in Miss Marvel as a character, maybe the reassembling of the Avengers, because that's her goal, is Miss Marvel's reassembling the Avengers after like 5 years have passed of this tragic incident that went on. And yeah, sometimes, and then while she's getting them together, 1 minute they hate each other, 1 minute they like each other. It's just, the story is whatever. It's very rushed, kind of put together, but it's just not terrible. It has like three good set pieces, and then you got the two DLC things that are free. Actually, I shouldn't even call them DLCs, but Kate Bishop's is basically just a warm up thing for Hawkeye's, and then Hawkeye's thing is just the thing leading up to Maestro boss fight, Hulk Maestro, which is basically just an evil version of Hulk, which is like another version of Abomination. So now there's three bosses in the game, or villain sectors, and they're all kind of meh. But I still enjoy them because they're just something to grind. I've wanted another game to grind for a while that I could actually kind of click with here. I used to be a big Warframe fan. Check out my Warframe review. It's like my favorite grindy free to play game ever. Marvel's Avengers should be free to play. It's not, obviously. It has the free to play formula, though. Kind of. I mean, I got to give it a little bit of credit here. People hated on this game, but I got to play a full, like, 10 to 15 hours of decent content with heroes. That's the thing about this game. I'm now 5 minutes in, and, like, I'm just not talking about some positive stuff here. I mean, I guess I've been kind of positive, but the most positive thing about the game is the heroes and how they each play and feel. Iron Man feels so much different than Thor, even though they both fly and shoot things out of their fucking things. You know what I'm saying? But like they play extremely differently. Thor is like very accurate to the comics or just his character. Like when he throws his hammer and hits something, unless it's like a huge boss, I guess it's not that accurate. But most like enemies will go flying with that hammer and he'll stick them to walls and stuff. Quit, damn cats. And it's just really cool like that. And like I said, Iron Man feels great. Captain America feels fun and fluid. They all feel so different than each other. Black Widow's got her guns and stuff going on. Quit. Um, you got a bunch of guns going on. Hawkeye and Kate Bishop do feel a little similar, or quite similar. They have the same kind of movesets, but their specialties are different, obviously. And but at the same time, Hawkeye and Kate are both. My cat is being so disruptive. But they're both actually way better than I thought they would be. You would think Hawkeye and Kate Bishop are just kind of like whatever. You're basically just playing as fucking archers in the game. But they have these cool ass swords, and like Kate Bishop can teleport around, and I don't know. They actually did those characters very solid. Hawk is also fun. This Marvel's fun. I feel like that's the thing about this game. Each character is like, it's like you're playing a Captain America game. It's like you're playing a Thor game. It's just you're fighting robots over and over again, and giant machines and mechs, just over and over again in like defense missions and sabotage missions, in rescue missions. You know, your typical grindy, over and over again get loot game. Because this game, that's the thing about it. It gives you loot. I don't know why they did the loot direction. It's not. It doesn't change like when you put loot on. It doesn't change the way you look at all. It's very mindless gathering loot until you get to the end game. Like not even the end game. Until you get basically maxed out and can get the highest amount of loot you can get, the highest overall armor. Until you do that, you don't actually really look at the loot that much. You just don't. You just click on the highest numbers, and you have to slowly dismantle all your extra ones because there's still to this day no dismantle all button. Unless I just don't see it, but I don't think there is one. It is kind of silly. Also, speaking of silly, nice transition there, Matthew. The fucking bugs in this game are still here. There's not a ton, but there's a few that are still very consistent, like the enemy falling through the floor or getting stuck in the wall glitch. They did add like or at least they have a reload checkpoint thing where it reloads like even if you're playing online, it reloads the checkpoint for everyone, and you don't have to go back that far. But still, it happens like quite frequently, and it's kind of fucking stupid. This game is very old. My cat is crazy. I should. Oh well. And yeah, so there's bugs. There's still tons of bugs. Not tons, but a decent amount. That's like, what the hell. It also overheats the shit out of my PlayStation 4, which is probably a me thing. I haven't cleaned my PlayStation 4 in a long time. It's a day one PlayStation. But 2 games, well, counting this game, have only ever like overheated my system. One being Battlefront 2, the Star Wars game that has huge 50v50 player maps. So I actually understood why that game overheated my system. This game, I don't know why it overheats it. I guess it's just pushing the PlayStation to its fucking limit somehow, and it's whatever. They love using shaky cam and motion blur in this game, and losing frames. Those are like the top 3 things you're gonna get from combat. Besides it also feeling pretty decent on some characters. Like I said, it's satisfying to play each character. I think all their moves are very different. But also the very positive thing about the game, like it goes hand in hand with the characters being unique and different from each other, is the skill trees here. I think the skill trees are phenomenal. I mean, they start off a little weak in the first area with the basic, like you gotta upgrade your like parry, counter attacks and shit like that. Like, why do you even have to have that in a skill tree? But then when you get to your specialties and masteries, and you can really like unlock one skill, and you can kind of like just choose these other 3 skills. You like unlock them all, and you can select each one. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Wish I could show you guys, but I'm not that professional. Um, it's still decent though. It's very fun and intuitive, and you can really combine some of your moves later on and get some combos going. Yeah, you can kind of be button spammy in this, but you can find hard missions in this game. Isn't extremely easy. I wouldn't say it's extremely cheap either. It kind of forces you to work together. I can't hate on this game's combat. As much as it looks terrible because of how much shaky cam and motion blur they added, and you're only fighting generic as robots, and you're doing the same missions over and over again, it's still, Jesus, quit. It's still very fun and enjoyable, and I can't get enough of it, to be honest. I want to get every one of my characters to max level and as high as the gear scores I can get. I think it's like 150, and max level is level 50. It's just, I can't hate this game. If you really want a mindless game to grind that takes no thought process really whatsoever, except for when you want to and you want to have fun, and then you also are a huge Marvel fan on top of that, like me, I can say this game is like playable. I don't know why. I don't know why everyone chose to hate on it so heavily. Like games like Anthem definitely do deserve to be hated on, and this game did deserve some backlash. It's got some questionable fucking features for sure. Loading into games takes a long time, not because the game is dead. There's definitely like you definitely do matchmake for quite a while if you're trying to play online sometimes. But there's more players on there than what the fuck the internet says. I mean, it's not like a booming game, but you only need 3 other guys. You're gonna get players. I would recommend trying to find a friend to hop on it with you, so you always have someone to play with. But but for the most part, you'll probably get someone to play with, through and through, when you want to. At least I do every time, so that's fun. And but loading screens in general are kind of long, and loading times, and there's a bunch of loading times. You're constantly going up and down elevators, and it's loading and shit like that. So yeah, that's always something. And overall, I had a bunch of love and hate time with this game. I was like loving my time grinding it, and all of a sudden my fucking game would overheat and crash. And it's like, okay, well, I guess I'm not having fun anymore. I would be loving it, grinding something, and then someone would glitch through a wall, and it was like, okay, I guess I have to restart this part. But like I said, it's just going on and on. I've jumbled around between a 6 and a 7 for a final verdict. I don't think final verdicts even matter anymore for me, really personally. But I do like to keep a collective score in my head of all the games I've ever ranked, and actually I have a list of it. I will reveal someday. But my final verdict for this one, if you're a Marvel fan and like me, for me personally, it's definitely a 7 out of 10. I think objectively for like everyone, it's probably a 6 out of 10. I don't think you can deny how each character feels different, and you're gonna find at least one hero that you either really enjoy, or you're gonna find that you enjoy all the heroes. They're gonna like someone in the game, and that alone will like let you have your favorite Thor game. That'll let you have your favorite Captain America game. Not your favorite, but it's the only ones we have right now. It's not like we get any other fucking superhero games besides Spider-Man and Batman. Okay, that's my final complaint, my final verdict. And I'm gonna go beat my cats now. Just kidding, I'm not a cat beater. I might go beat them. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Wish me luck on doing YouTube. I'm sorry if I haven't gotten to your guys' videos lately. But anyway, peace out.